Oh, good morning. So we are still here reading the rules, getting the basic foundations, It's our 70th episode, the 71st episode, and we're going to continue because you know, this is your first time reading it, your first time hearing it. You're not catching everything, but you're
No.
catching the gist of it. Okay? So here we go. And Yah spake with Moshe. So the Most High, when he wants to do something with the people,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
He is speaking to Moses.
Yes.
Okay? So while the Most High is speaking to Moses, Moses is writing down what the actual instruction is to perform the actual instruction,
Yes.
right? Aaron is present, writing down and bearing witness to what the Most High says to Moses, and all the other Levites within the vicinity
Yes.
can hear
Mm-hmm.
what the Most High is saying to Moses.
Yes.
So they say, "What? How did you get that?" I'm telling you, this is how it works because it sat there and explained it to you all the way back in Exodus.
Mm-hmm.
Make the ark and the mercy seat, and I will speak with you there in the hearing of the people.
Yes.
So everybody can hear.
Yes.
So everybody nearby within a reasonable amount.
Yes.
Okay? So they can hear. This is why the Levites have a 2-mile radius around the tabernacle. They're going to hear what the Most High is saying to Moses to make sure that there is witnesses.
Right.
So when the Most High spoke to Moses, this is why it's confirmed, because it's in so many witnesses. Okay? So here we go. Command the sons of Israel to send away from the camp everyone who is leprous or who has an issue or is unclean by having defiled them himself by touching the dead. Okay? So we're not sending away women who go through their monthly cycles.
Right.
You're unclean from having defiled yourself by touching the dead.
Mm-hmm.
You touched a dead person. You dealt with some dead person. You wait outside 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
You have a separate camp.
Mm-hmm.
This is for cleansing. Why? Because the camp is clean.
Yes.
And then you have a place outside of the camp to process unclean folk.
Right.
Right? And it says, who hath an issue? You got an infection.
Mm-hmm.
You got something that we don't know what this is yet. We need to process this first and make a determination. So before you come into the camp, it's just like during COVID. People will put on quarantine. Okay?
Yes.
That's all this is. This is a quarantine camp to make sure you clean before you come back in. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And this is also everyone who have leprosy. When we mentioned what leprosy was, this is the sick.
Yes.
What's this? The hospital area. Make a hospital area. Everybody's thinking, oh, you unclean, get. No, this is medical.
Yes.
This is for hospital care. We have to deal with these people, process them to get them back in with the families.
Yes.
But we need to deal with them away because we don't want them spreading the infections, infecting others. We also don't want these people maybe coming into contact with something that may make them worse.
Right. Right.
It's 2 protections.
Right.
Okay? From a male to a female, thou shalt send them away and separate them without the camp, that they may not defile their tents. See, so you don't mess up your own camping space.
Right.
For the Shekinah of my holiness dwelleth among you. And the sons of Israel did so. One instruction. Here's the instruction. Here's why we're doing this, so it doesn't defile up the tents. You don't make a mess and mess up your own tent,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they did it.
Yes, they did.
Okay? One step, one step. I'm telling y'all, I've been saying this every episode, right? One step, one step.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody goes, but we need to know the fullness of the details. So I keep reading. You still ain't made one step. We on step now. We in Numbers, right? We done read through the law in its entirety a bunch of times.
Mm-hmm.
What? Each time was a new layer. The first layer was the generality of the law. The second layer was the judgments. The third layer was the making of the temple products. The fourth layer was the next layer, which comes from the temple service is and who's to serve in it and how the process of the service works. Now we on the next layer and how the people responded to the service, who did what job and what was their assignments, the rearrangement of the camps, right? Separating clean and unclean, and you ain't moved yet.
Right. 'Cause, it's like they need the full details
No,
to
no.
be convinced.
I'm not convincing nobody. You want to know
No.
why? Every day I read this, your situation getting worse.
That's right.
My situation is slowly improving.
Yes, it is.
Your situation getting worse. You asking about these things, I'm telling you now, these things work in a different way than you understand them. So here we go. And the sons of Israel did so and sent them away from the camp as Yah commanded Moshe, so did the sons of Israel. So that was done.
It was done.
So they heard one instruction and they did it. Moving on. And Yah spake with Moshe, saying, say to the children of Israel, a man or a woman who committeth any human sin in acting perversely before Yah has become guilty. So it doesn't matter what mistake you made.
You're guilty.
You're guilty. Whether you knew or you didn't know or whatever, you're not innocent. So first of all, have some shame about yourself. You make a mistake, you're guilty. Just have some shame. Okay? They shall make confession of their sin which they have committed. Okay?
Yes.
So you made a mistake. You did this thing. You have to confess it.
Yes. Yes.
Don't hide it. Don't say you didn't do it when you did it. Tell the truth if you did it. There is a mercy.
Yes. And stop making an excuse
for doing it.
For doing it.
Okay?
You did it.
You did it.
You did it.
You did it, even if you make an excuse for it. Look, I did it. I'm poor. I'm this. Okay, at least just admit you did it. We need to get to that. There is a mercy for it. Okay? If he hath extorted money from his neighbor, he shall restore the amount of his sin in the principal thereof and add a fifth of its value.
We've heard that before.
Okay? And give both the principal and a fifth to him against whom he has sinned. Okay? This money, you make a mistake, okay? You charge somebody too much, or this, you give them that, what do you overcharge them, and 20%. That's it, okay? You make a mistake, just, no, I make a mistake. No, I give it back, and there's 20% on top, and we finished. Okay? It's the principal plus 20%, okay? If it's $1, you give them back $1.20. Take this, and here's 20 cents on top. I don't want the guilt. You guilty, you can just give it back and just be done with it. Okay? Nobody is dying over money. Okay? Money is no reason to kill.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
The next thing is, and if the man hath died, hath no kinsman to whom the debt may be rendered, the debt to be restored shall he render before Yah. He shall give it to the priest. Besides the ram for his atonement, by which atonement is to be made for him. Now, everybody want to act like I'm talking French.
Yeah.
So, if you owe somebody, when that person died, the debt don't die with them. You now have to give this debt to the priest, okay? And the ram for your atonement for this financial situation,
Right.
okay?
So what you owe don't go to the next of kin, the family member.
It does.
It does.
If there is no family member,
Okay.
it goes to the priest. So it does go to next of kin. It does go to any other family member, the next in line. You restore them. Why are you so adamant about restoring them? Because this sin is sitting on you and there's judgment pursuing you. Right? I guarantee you there will be judgment pursuing you. You see? Because once you get away with doing one person wrong in a financial means, this is called monetary oppression. So once I think that if I take this money and this person die, I don't owe, then you start to getting all the way up to the point to where you're willing to take the money and kill somebody and then say, how can you pay them back? They dead. I don't know how they died. No, you killing them. So it takes this process, okay? Okay, so it takes this process for it to for you to cleanse the debt. Otherwise, you're going to get convicted on something and it's going to take your life eventually. And if the man dieth, I did that already.
Verse 9.
And every separation of all consecrated things of the children of Israel, which they bring to the priest, shall be his. So again, remember the priest's camp in the tabernacling is an extension of the tabernacle itself. You don't go all the way up to the actual tabernacle. You just go to the priest. It's an extension of it. So now that the Most High has placed everything in order, we have the tabernacle itself. You have the king and the high priest there, and the king and the high priest are surrounded by the priests and their families. And then you have the tribes of Israel surrounding them. Okay? In the encampment. Now, in this encampment, this is how it works. When you want to go to the tabernacle to deal with something, you can just go to the nearest priest. It does not have to be a son of Aaron.
Yes, because there's a family of the priests within each of the camps of the tribes. We
Right.
went over that the other day.
You can go to any one, and dealing with human error amongst the tribe, the atonement can be made by the nearest priest. Once you make this transaction and it will go through this lawful process, this is an extension.
Yes.
The priest will take it, he receive it, and again, this is his portion. You can go to anyone you want. All right? The consecrated tithe also of any man shall be his. That is, that his substance may not fail. So again, the consecrated tithe, this is all the fruits, the vegetables, a tenth of it. This belongs to the priest. This is for him to live. This is his survival. This is his payment. This is for his family's growth and prosperity in the land. Whatever a man giveth unto the priest shall be the priest. This belonged to the priesthood. Now, who's with the priesthood? You have the king, the high priest, and all the rest of the priestly families, the tribes. There are 24 divisions. Okay? Okay? Now, We are going to move now away from the priest and the offering, and that the priests get it, and it's for them. It's for their sustenance. We're going to move away from that for a second. And we're going to get into something that you may or may not like. Speak with the sons of Israel and say to them, if the wife of any man go astray and commit wrongness against him, and another man lie with her, this is adultery. It is not the man going out and taking another wife.
No, it's not.
It is the wife, right? The woman belongs to the man. It is the wife going out to lie with another man. This is wrongness. Okay? And another man lie with her. And it be hidden from her husband's eyes and be concealed. And she be contaminated. So here's the problem, the issue, and the correction of a wrong idea. Okay? I go and I take a second wife. This my second wife. I take a third. This my third wife. All of these women are covenanted to me. Nobody care how you feel about it. This my right. The wife have a right and she have a demand for needs to be met, and I have to meet those. This my responsibility. So this is in the mutual agreement of this. I supply your needs from my provision. Your needs are met. You are to be faithful to me. Why? You are the one receiving my seed. Your vessel is supposed to only know me and my seed. You are the receptacle. If you go out and lie somebody else, the woman is contaminated. So, all problems of the venereal diseases, all STDs, it is the receptacle that is contaminated. It was deposited in this one.
You know, if you don't mind sharing a little bit what we had discussed, where being a wife begins.
So, by law, wifehood begins at betrothal. The first step is betrothal. What? What'd you say, Rabbi Sheikh? You crazy. Nah, we introduce to each other, we start dating. No, you don't. That's not how it works here. You introduce to each other, you express interest, you immediately go into betrothal.
So that person, that woman, is now your wife.
She's promised to you
as a
she
wife.
is now off the market because she's going to become your wife should you continue in the process.
So what you're saying, you don't be the wife when you do the marriage ceremony.
No. She's off the market. So once a woman is betrothed, the actual marriage date begin upon the agreement of betrothal. but I haven't enjoyed my wife yet. You are correct. You have to make the preparation to receive her. But she can't go nowhere and she cannot be with anybody else. She is covenanted already. So from the betrothal, the woman is covenanted to the man.
So another question. If a woman is already married to someone, can they enter into a betrothal with someone else? Would that be
No,
considered
no, 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 no. Yeah,
adultery?
that's you cannot enter into nothing. It's closed. It's adultery. If this woman, if you find this man and you have interest, and he have interest, okay? There's no getting to know each other between these two outside of the betrothal. So once interest is expressed, this man needs to come and ask for this woman's hand in marriage. The family will either agree or disagree based upon their understanding of this man and his family.
Is that with a virgin and redeemer, or is that just with virgin?
This is just virgins right now, okay?
Okay.
So you make an investigation based upon this family, and you say, why is the family involved in who I plan to be with for the rest of my life? That's because your family is going to be involved with this person that you plan to be with for the rest of your life. So your business prospects, the future, the grandchildren, everything that have to do with you and this person, the family will have to deal with. Should you come into any problems, issues, financially, anything we have to build, we need employees. The employees initially come from the family and family businesses. Everything comes from making the right agreements with you and your spouse for generational wealth. If you trying to be generationally broke, you go on, do it your way. If you trying to generate generational wealth, you're going to need to have some investigation. Is this person going to be a good addition to the family, a hard worker, loyal to building the family empire? Okay, so now when you talk about this marriage thing, the family is going to look, because you blind. You can't see, you are blind. Want to know why? They're so beautiful. They're so sweet. You're just imagining everything that your life can be or might be or should supposedly be in the future. You cannot see. But everybody else looking goes, yeah, she picked a bum. We don't know why she see this in him. This here is a bum. Fancy clothes. He wastes all his money on the belt and looking good. No. This a bum. He don't have no sense of building family. He spent too much money trying to impress somebody. This is no investment. You don't like this man with this land over here? He have a land. This man have fancy clothes. He don't own nothing. This one, he own a land. He's looking poor, but he's not.
Right.
In the future, this man will be richer than this man. You don't want this one? Okay, he's a little dusty, but you can shower.
Yes.
No,
He
you
has
take
land. He
you
has
sure
land.
you take this one? Okay, you take him. 3, 4, 5 years later, he don't want to make nothing right. We always losing money. We poor. No. I don't want to hear this.
It's not even 5 years, 2-3 months. They're at that point. Yeah.
Right? Every time I ask him for the money, he said this, but he take the money he want to go and buy this and waste on this. He's spending money here. He have every modification on Call of Duty, but I cannot get a new dress for the weddings. You know, here the weddings is the parties. They go when there's a time for the wedding. The women get dressed to the absolute nines to go to a wedding. And now every time they go, they don't want to wear the same outfit twice. This is
Right.
once they wear it, this becomes regular.
Yeah.
They may save it for some time in the future and wear it again in 2 years or something, but they're not going to continue. So maybe here, and these people didn't see this one. This one was a shock. I'm about to surprise them over here when I wear this one. They pull it out. Ha ha! But that's it. They're not, this women. This is a fashion show when you come to those weddings.
You want to do the tape?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Well, you forget.
All right. So I'm back. So it's a fashion show when it comes to these here weddings. Okay? Now, when you are coming out to get married yourself, you are understanding what the traditions are. So here we go. We know what betrothal is, right? We know
Yes.
the limitations. So the woman is betrothed to the man. Okay? This man has to provide her home, the wedding gifts, the wedding, the ceremony, the whole 9 yards. He has to provide all of this. So now when you have this is what you're doing. This is what you plan on doing. This is what it is. So she's betrothed to him. If he goes and gets another woman, this man is not cheating you. This man is cheating you if he take from you to give to another woman. Okay? Then you have some cause for argument, discussion. But if he just give you and you still getting what you always get, and he take another one and she get what she get, and that's it. If she accepts, she accepts. We're moving on. All right? So let's re-evaluate adultery. The woman go astray. The woman commit wrongness against him by going out to lie with another man. This is
Adultery.
Now she is contaminated. Or if the testimony be not clear, which is witnessed against her, and she be not convicted. So if we see some suspicious activity and somebody is saying, look, I don't know, but this doesn't look right. Okay. We can't say she did it or she didn't. There's no real hardcore evidence or witnesses. All right. Okay. So now we need some more grounds. So this comes down to, or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, the husband, and he be jealous of his wife, that she has been defiled. Or the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, though she has not been defiled. So it doesn't matter if this man feels like something might be going wrong, something is going wrong, or he don't know, it ain't right. He has jealousy, he have a right. And it got nothing to do with the woman. Her jealousy not mentioned.
No, it's not.
Yeah, she don't have none. No, not over here. Not here. No, you don't have jealousy in this. He have jealousy in this. Right? Since he has the responsibility, you don't have to work. If you choose to work and to be in some type of business or industry, this is great for you. However, the moment you decide you're tired, that's it. The moment you decide you want to have children and raise a family, that's it. It's over. Okay? So now he's jealous. And though that man may have not brought separation or tithe, there is constraint upon him to bring his wife unto the priest. So it doesn't even matter if this man has brought his sacrifices or offerings or not. So the Most High doesn't even care if this man has not been honest in his own to him. The Most High is like, first of all, I'm not even dealing with this man in about what he has done wrong against me and not giving to me that which I have required. He says there is constraint. This man now, because he have jealousy, no, we don't care about nothing. Bring this man and the wife, bring them to the priest. We're going to deal with this first.
You know, it's like you said, the jealousy is in the man. So a lot of women who is jealous with their husband with other women, that's a taught behavior because that's not supposed to be in us. That's in a man. Wow, this thing of making us women like the men runs pretty deep.
So there is constraint upon him to bring his wife unto the priest. Now. What? Later? No. We don't care tithe. You don't pay tithe. What personal issue you have with God, anything else. This problem, stop everything. We fix this problem first. We can deal with tithes another time. Come bring this wife right now. Because she may have brought delicacies to the adulterer. How is the man the adulterer? Because the man has been enticing a married woman. Adultery, a man enticing a married woman. Yeah. This woman is betrothed to this man, adulterer. This woman is married to this man, meaning after they have consummated, adulterer. This man is interested in this woman and her marriage is on the rocks, adulterer. Okay? Period. This woman is involved in a relationship with the man interested in her is adulterer.
And we know the penalty of adultery.
Hold on. We're going to get there because I'm going to show you something. You don't know about this, but I'm explaining it to you when you see it. Okay? Because she may have brought delicacies to the adulterer, when she ought to bring an appointed oblation of her own. So because she may have brought delicacies to the adulterer, she has to bring an appointed oblation of her own. 1/10 of 3 sata of barley flour, that being the food of beast. Okay? So she has to bring 1/10 of 3 satas of barley flour. She has to bring her own sacrifice to the priest. Why? She's getting ready to stand before the Most High, equal as a man. No, you want to be a man. You want to be equal? Let me show you what happens when women stand before the Most High, equal to a man. So since she felt like, well, because you not acting right as my husband, I'm gonna go get a man and I'm gonna do what I want to do. Cause ain't nobody got nothing to say to me. Well, we're gonna bring you to the Most High and let him say what he got to say. Cause we all men now, right?
Right.
We're gonna stand here, we're gonna be equal, and let's see what the Most High says and does. So she just brings some barley. This cheap. Take your money, right? You got money, you a woman, buy the barley. You ain't got no field, so obviously you didn't grow it. So go buy it and just bring this. This your oblation. Since you a man, you need to bring the Most High some barley. Because we all got to give the Most High a tenth, right? The tithe of our own wheat or whatever. Yeah, bring yours.
And then the barley is the food of beasts.
Right. This is we feed this to the ox and the sheep, the barley. Okay? He shall not pour oil. So the priest ain't pouring no oil on it. He ain't putting no frankincense thereon. Because this is a mincha on account of jealousy. A mincha of a memorial which calleth guilt in mind. So now that we here and you standing for the Most High, right? And it's different. Everybody says, I really wouldn't care. I just stand there. You do what you want to do. Ain't nothing going to happen. Yeah, I've seen everybody come into the court and come into this situation, and I've seen sweat. Everybody that's talking smack is 5,000 miles away from the presence of God. 5,000 miles away. They don't want no smoke with him. Okay, so here we go. And the priest shall bring her near, and cause her to stand before the presence. Come on.
Everybody want to be in the press. All these women want to be in the press.
You want to be in the presence of the Most High. Let's see what happens when women get in the presence and stand up there equal like a man. Okay, let's see what happens. This is what we're going to do. And the priest shall bring her near and cause her to stand before Yah. And the priest shall take holy water from the laver with an ewer. So if you don't know what an ewer is, we have these little pitchers. So he's going to take the water from the laver. You know where the laver is, where the running water, where they wash their hands and their feet. Okay? So he's going to take the holy water from there. Now, this ain't the Catholic Church's holy water. We're not. First of all, did you know that the Catholic Church's holy water, they dip a dead man's flesh in it? They have the body, a dead body, and some man's decrepit like hands and stuff, and they just dip it in the water. Y'all nasty. You worshiping the dead. So you're going to take that with an ewer and then pour it into an earthen vessel, because she may have brought the adulterer sweet wine to drink in precious vases. So we're going to take this and we're going to put this in a glass.
Okay. One thing have to bring the barley, because there's a possibility she gave delicacy.
Right, you gave some food.
Okay.
So you may have brought this, because men, you're going to bring him some food because he's hungry. So you may have brought him something to eat. The second thing, now the priest is going to cause you to stand before the Most High, and you're going to give the Most High some barley, right? Since you a man, right? We equal, right? All right. So now the priest is going to take holy water in the laver and put it into a mug, like a clay mug, right? And we're going to put an earthen vessel, because you may have brought the adulterer sweet wine. So here's your pitcher, here's some water, and here's a vase of your sweet wine, because the men have to bring the Most High, right, a tithe of our wine. So we grow grapes and we press it down and we make wine and we have to give some to the Most High. He commanded us to make it. We have the permission and we also have to give it. So now we have to give this. So you equal. Here's your pitcher. Here's the cup of water. Here's your wine.
But you know what's interesting about what we've read thus far? Everything is may. The possibility.
Right.
They don't even have to know whether or not you did it or not.
It don't even
It's
matter.
just the thought, that the possibility.
The thought that you did it. You and this man was over here alone. For what?
So you don't get to stand there and give an explanation.
No, ain't no
Ain't none of that.
No, come on in here. Since we equal, you're going to stand up here and we going to be equal. So here we go. Now we giving offerings like men. Come on, give your stuff.
Yep.
No, we equal,
Yeah.
The Most High has no respect of persons, since you took it upon yourself to violate the marriage covenant because you feel like you have the right to take another man and covenant him to you on your own according to how you feel. Well, now come on in here and we're going to have you stand before the Most High equal.
Right.
No. So now you gave your oblation of your wheat. Here's your water, like wine, because you don't have no vines or nothing to grow. So here's your water like wine. And the priest shall take the dust that is upon the ground of the tabernacle, because the end of all flesh is dust. What's the dust on the tabernacle? So because we have this open fire from the holy woods, it flakes off and you end up with ashes on the ground. So this is the ashes from the holy fire. Also, like what we get from the offering. So come on. So and we're going to take some of this dust off the ground and we're going to sprinkle in the water. Right? And the priest shall cause the woman to stand before Yah and bind a cord over her loins and upon her breast. So we're going to take a rope.
Isn't that what it happens to the high priest when he goes?
Yeah, he has to gird his loins
with the rope.
With the rope of the ephod and put this on. And so now you a man now. So you're not worried about this. We're just going to tie this around you loins, around your waist, and then tie it up here around your breast. Tie it up. You a man now. Okay? And upon her breast, because she should have bound her loins with a girdle. And he shall uncover the woman's head. So come on, you a man now. Yeah, take it off, let your hair out. Come on, here we go. Everybody, let's go. Come on. No, we equal. So you take your hair off and we out. Okay. Now her hair is uncovered, right? So she's standing here. Because she had tied a fillet upon her hair. Oh, it's time to stand before the Most High and your hair's wrapped. You want to wrap your hair
and cover your neck.
Now, because we're going into the presence of the Most High, so you want to be covered. You don't want to come in here crazy because you know the Most High kill you. But we're going to deal with that in a minute. And the fillet is a hijab, so you know. And he shall put the mincha of the memorial of jealousy into her hands. Here you go, hold your sacrifice, hold your offering. And while in the hand of the priest shall be the bitter water of the trial. So now the priest got the water with the ashes in it from the floor. And the priest shall adjure her by the adjuration of the great and glorious name, and shall say to the woman. So now the priest is going to say, repeat after me. If thou hast not turned aside to defile thyself by acting against the right of thy husband. You see this? So your faithfulness to him is his right in exchange for the right of your provision. The woman is faithful to the man because the Most High gave her the right to enjoy a portion of his provision in exchange for your dedication and service to him. It is the right of the weaker to make a demand from the stronger in exchange for provision, protection. You see that? This is the right of the husband. So now the man has a right. The man had a right. Let me put my key pot back on. I cut my locks. Why'd you cut your locks, Rabbi Sheikh? Because I'm going into a new season. What? Same way I cut my locks, the Most High is going to cut off the majority of the children of Israel. You will see. Don't worry. You just think I'm crazy for now, but don't worry. I'm cutting my locks. So we get some, we'll grow a new batch. The next time you see them that long again, the nation will be that great again. Once a year, you have to pull your hair. If you didn't know, there's a law for that. We'll get to that. Don't worry about it. So I cut my locks. Okay.
Verse 20.
But if thou hast turned aside, so if you have turned aside against the right of your husband. See this? He's talking to the woman now. If I have turned aside against the right of my husband. So you have to acknowledge your husband had a right.
Right.
You don't know what your husband's rights are. This is why you acting crazy. You think you don't have this right. The rights are not the way you think. You have such a distorted view. You are diseased in your mind.
Yeah, when you think because your husband can have multiple wives, that you can go have multiple men, you're delusional.
No, don't worry. We're going to fix this delusion.
Okay.
So if you have turned aside against the right of thy husband and art defiled in having shared the bed with a man against thy husband's right, then the priest shall adjure the woman by the oath of malediction and say to the woman, Yah make thee, you. If you have done this, may Allah make you a curse and an execration. What? A model of destruction. You like what? Yeah, a model of destruction. Okay? To feel or express of great loathing for. Right? That's what that is. You're going to become the model of disgust. We're going to look at what happens to you, and it's going to cause everybody else to be like, that's why I ain't do that. That's nasty. You will become the model for this among the children of thy people, in causing thy thigh to corrupt and thy belly to swell. Yeah, I'll be right back after this.
Rabbi Sheikh, I have a question.
Okay, before we get there, let me finish reading this.
Okay.
Then you can ask.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so it will say, and may these waters, so thy thigh to corrupt and thy belly to swell, and may these waters of trial enter into thy bowels, thy gut, thy stomach, to cause thy belly to swell and thy thighs to corrupt. So he gonna shrivel up them yams. You're gonna lose that figure. This is about to be something nasty. It's gonna be nasty. Okay? And the woman shall answer and say, Amen. Amen. Okay? But Amen is how we say it. If I was polluted when betrothed, oh, see? When I was betrothed, and if I was polluted, so if I broke my covenant when promised, let it be so. And if I have been polluted since my marriage. So this goes back to what we stated in the beginning. This is from the time this person comes to ask for your hand and is granted it, then the courtship begins, but the courtship is directly to marriage. It takes 6 months, a year, 2 years. We don't know. Maybe depending on sometimes circumstances slow you down, it causes issues or problems, but this is from betrothal to marriage. We don't have this dating business. Yeah, we learning each other. All of that happens in the betrothal. Sometimes the arrangements is made, you get married, it's 2 weeks. What? It can happen fast. Don't marry. You're arranged, it's married, you get together, you will learn each other in the marriage. Marriage is a commitment about building family. It is not about love. Love comes out of the product of rendering each other the rights, the appreciation that comes from that is love. The rendering of rights. I'm going to give you everything you are entitled to. I give it to you freely. You will reciprocate by giving me my rights freely. This is free will, your free choice. If you don't want this, say so when I come to ask, and the answer is just no, I don't want, and I will just sit here alone and be alone until something else comes along. Okay? It's not that difficult.
No, it's not.
Okay, so here we go. What was your question?
Okay. If the husband allowed or let the woman to have sex with another man, and the spirit of jealousy comes upon him, she would still go through the same bitter trial?
No. You can't. If the husband allow it, okay? This is what I mean by allow. You permit it, right? You told her to do it. Y'all was in some freakiness, swingers, whatever. No, don't come to me with bitter water trial. Okay?
So if the husband instructs the wife to have sex with another man, she's to do it,
Right.
correct?
Right. That's y'all all in cahoots with this. See, first of all, you have to understand birds of a feather
Flocks together.
flock together. Okay? When you got into this wasn't some like discovery you found out about and then you wanted to run away from because you had the opportunity to run away. You found out about it and now you still in it. You participated, everything. This not a surprise. You got into it. You see what I'm saying? There's no surprises. There's no all of a sudden I found out. Okay?
Right. Because
If there is a all of a sudden find out, we have bills of divorcement that we can deal with these things. We can deal with these matters. Okay? But people be like all of a sudden found out after they done participated days, weeks, months, years. No. You with the program, okay? I don't want to hear it.
Right, because you have this modern day women of Yashral today that are like, well, they only following their husband when they're doing what they think is righteous, but if their husband is telling them to do unlawful or whatever, that they're not to obey their husband, they supposed to obey the father.
Listen, in obeying the Most High said, obey your husband. That's the instruction. Okay? So if you want to obey the Most High, you're going to have to listen to this fool. You picked him. Okay? If you worried about these kind of things, do yourself a favor and don't pick a fool. Pick the wise man. You cannot pick the man and then make him become what you want. That's not going to work. You can't pick the man and make him wise. That don't work. You are not the Most High. That doesn't work like that. Pick the wise man and be with him. Be happy and enjoy him and his wisdom and all the prosperity that comes with it. If you pick the man because he's beautiful, well, you picked him. If you pick the man because you know whatever your reasonings are, this is yours. You picked him. Nobody's going to rescue you from your decision after you fought and earned and worked on getting yourself into the situation. You're going to just live with it. Okay? That's it. Live with it.
Yes.
Okay? So now the priest shall write these maledictions, these curses, all the words of this event upon a parchment, a piece of paper, and wash it out with the water of the trial. So he's writing down everything on a piece of paper, and he's going to dip the paper in the water. So now you got water with ashes, and this dipped piece of paper in it. Okay? But the priest shall first take from the woman, so before he writes this all out and puts this in there, he going to take.
You gotta go back to 24. You skipped 24 and cause the woman to drink the bitter.
All right. The reason why I'm reading 25 first is because this happens before 24.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll read it in order, and then I'll show you the actual order. Okay. So 24. So the priest shall write out 23. The priest shall write these maledictions upon a parchment and wash it out with the water of trial, and cause the woman to drink the bitter trial water. The trial water of malediction shall be received by her. But first, the priest shall first take from the woman's hand the mincha of jealousy and uplift the mincha before Yah and lay it on the side of the altar. Okay? So again, I read it to you now in the book way. Let's talk about this procedurally.
Yes.
So now, after the priest has made this woman say Amen, he's writing these waters down, and he's going to dip the paper in the water. After he dips the paper in the water, he's going to take this woman's offering from her hand, uplift it. Because guess what? We got men, we have to give lambs and rams and for it to be uplifted before the Most High, to be received with favor as a blessing, so the Most High will bless us and not curse us. So now you're going to give your oblation so the Most High will bless you and not curse you. Okay? If you are innocent, you will be blessed. However, if you be guilty, you going to get this curse. Now we're going to see how the curse work and how the blessing work in this, since we equal.
Right.
So, and the priest shall take a handful of the portion for its memorial and burn it at the altar. So we're going to take a handful and throw it in the fire.
Yes.
And after that, the woman shall drink the water. So dipped it in the water. She had the glass, this. Then we're going to throw this. Here's your offering. We lifted it up. Take a handful. We throw it in the fire. Okay? And when he hath caused her to drink the water, it will be that if she has been defiled by adultery and has acted with wrongness against her husband, these proving waters will enter into her with a curse, and her belly will swell, and her thighs will corrupt, and the woman will become and execration among the children of her people. The adulterer as well will be detected by these waters of probation. So there's a probationary period. In whatever place he may be.
He don't even have to drink the water and it affects him.
Again, we only need. So he can be hiding, he can be hidden. Nobody know him, nobody know about him, nobody saw. They dipped off somewhere, they did what they was going to do. It don't even matter. We're going to give her this water. Take this water. Don't you worry about it. Take it and go home. Drink this, go home. Right? You got it all together, don't you? Don't worry, we're going to see this. But if the woman has not been defiled, so we know now she's going to have the corruption of the thighs and the swelling of the belly. Okay? And it's going to detect the adulterer too. And we'll figure them out here in a minute. Now you say to me, Rabbi Shay, how we know this is going to work? No, don't worry about it, because see, when Moses dealt with the children of Israel in the golden calf incident, he did the same thing.
Did the exact same thing. Yes, he
Because
did.
you were adulterous against the Most High. So this is how the Most High deal with us. He affect the water.
Yes.
You know, the one thing you actually need. So you have to drink the water. I put the ashes in the water. You're gonna drink the water. It will detect. I just have to wait. It ain't but a couple of days. I give it a week. 7.
Yep.
Why? 7 days for uncleanness. But if the woman hath not been defiled by adultery, but is innocent, they will enter without harm, and her brightness will shine forth, and she will find affection before her husband, and become the mother of a son. So you can actually do this, and if you're not sure about, whether this is this, you can still do the bitter water trial. After it's done, she knows she was faithful. She drink the water. The man gonna be smitten. He gonna be in love with the woman, and her first child will be a son. You can guarantee a firstborn son with this procedure.
What a reward.
Right? This is the declaration of the law of jealousy when a woman hath fallen away from the right of her husband and become defiled by jealousy, or when the spirit of jealousy cometh upon a man, that he be so jealous of his wife as to make her stand before Yah, and the priest shall perform all this law. But if the man be innocent of transgressions, then let that woman bear her iniquity. So you know that, did you know that I'm gonna show you something. We have a law for accidental death. Okay, so the law for accidental death, when it says that the adulterer will be detected, this ties to that. The Most High will cause this man to die wherever he is. Doesn't matter where he is, it will cause this man to die wherever he may be found. So you may be in the field and an axe head, you working with an axe, your axe head just go flying off in some other direction, and it killed the adulterer.
Right, because we know back from Exodus 20 that from adultery, it's death.
Right. And the woman, within a week, she'll have a miscarriage.
You know I have to keep it real. A lot of us women, whether you know it or not, is guilty of this very thing.
Again, where you are,
Yeah, being in captivity, we are guilty.
where you are, wherever in the world, just being outside of the land,
Land.
outside of these laws, you don't have any rights. You have no rights to get anything or to have anything worthwhile. The only thing you're doing is selling yourself up a river for your own destruction. That's your choice. I don't care. Okay? That's your choice. I'm reading from you the law. This is the law here. This is the rights of that you have here. You don't have these rights where you are. Heck, you don't even read about these rights where you are. You get no justice. None of you men get any justice when your women go out and cheat on you and claim themselves to be equal. And that's because you don't have no government. You just wishing for things to change. One day I know a change gonna come. Oh, weak, jelly back, slave minded Negro, you. Now, I am not waiting for a next generation. I am going to serve my law on my land with my people. A man is entitled to his rights, and so is the woman. However, I don't get them confused, and numbers cannot change my law. You violate my law, you will receive the punishment for the crime, and we will go through the process as written. I don't care if you think it's cryptic, hoodoo, shoodoo. I don't care what you think. This is what we're doing out here. Meanwhile, you out there playing all the money. I know y'all call it alimony, but that's really what it is. You paying all the money for her to continue in her adultery, this adulterous woman. You paying her support because it don't go to the child. The child doesn't require that in support. Right? What? The child's entitled to the lifestyle of the father. Fine, then let the child stay with the father and live in that lifestyle. Make him the responsible parent because he's the responsible parent. Give it to him. Give him his child. That is our law. That is our way. You don't like it? Stay in America. Die with them because they getting ready to kill you anyway. They got all these new strains of viruses they getting ready to unleash. China's opened its doors and flying around with all of this COVIDia, the coronanitis or whatever they want to give you. You're going to get it all. They gave everybody salty water and called it the vaccine. They gave some people diseases and called it a vaccine. It don't matter. Y'all did what y'all wanted to do. Me personally, it is what it is. This is my law. You do what you want. I'm gonna just continue in this. So again, now we're talking about the rights of the husband. When you went all the way back and we read the three things that a wife is entitled to for the husband to keep a covenant to him: the food, the adornings, and the duty of marriage. That's the sex part. She have a right to demand that from her husband. Okay? She wanted 5 times a day, you got to manage it. You're going to have to figure out how to meet her need and where's the middle ground for you to perform that and provide. Okay? She have a right. She don't have to work. That's just the all blatant honest truth. If she just decide that she's going to take care about you and this is where her space is and she's going to be in the home, it's on you, playboy. This is you the man. You better get you some land and start producing some food.
So before we close out, with the bitter water trial, how many times can a husband do that to his
He
wife?
can do it as much as he wants. There's no conviction about him going through it. Just, once you go through the process, the first time, if she's not guilty, she's innocent. All right, you're gonna come back after the baby. Okay? We know the baby's yours because we have a covenant promise. She wasn't guilty. She got pregnant immediately after. Okay? We know you love her. We know she loves you. She took the dang on test. You gonna give her some. All right. However, if she be guilty, we're gonna bring them to justice, both her and him. So after her belly swells and her thigh corrupts, after it be detected upon the man, right? Once this, if the man flee, the Most High kill him, but he gonna have to flee. If we see her execration, we bring her. When we see his execration, right, the curse appear upon him. We bring the both of them out. And she gonna give him up anyway. That's another thing. Cause she gonna, once she see like she going through it and this is coming for her and they getting ready to kill her, she gonna sell you out. She gonna sell you like a box of Girl Scout cookies. I promise. I've seen it happen too many times. It was this one. It was him too. I'ma die. We dying together. So that's the truth. We'll see y'all tomorrow, one step at a time, one day at a time. As you can clearly see, we're dealing with things one step, one step. When you come to the situation, you have to deal with this. However, the things you can deal with today, you should deal with today. I'm happy for all the new people joining us, the people coming out, joining us in the community to buy land, and build our own province. It's you people who will help us survive into the future. And for those of you that have consigned yourself to whatever beliefs, well, good luck. Okay, some of you will make it, and most of you will not. So, if you guaranteeing that you're going to make it, just remember the person standing next to you thinks the same thing, and one of y'all are not. So, just figure it out. All right, one step, one step.
One.